Okay, in this section we're going to learn how to work with just arithmetic sequences and how to find formulas for arithmetic sequences and how to find the formula and then use the formula to find some term that would take too long just to do it by using the arithmetic of adding a certain number to the term before. So arithmetic sequences are sequences of numbers that have a pattern. And if you look at the numbers, you'll notice that the pattern is always addition of the same number. So what kind of sequence do I have here? Do you know what's added to each term? How do I get from 3 to 7? What do I add? What do I add when I get from 7 to 11? All right, 4 here, right? Do I add 4 to get from 7 to 11? Well, yeah. How about 11 to 15? So if the sequence is indeed arithmetic, you understand that it can go on forever. Okay? Now, I have 4 terms here. What if I wanted this term? Do you know what term I'm looking for? The 100th term. I could keep adding 4 until I get to the 100th term. That'd take a little bit of time. If you have a formula for a sequence, you can use the formula to find the specific term that you need. So how do I use this general formula to write a formula for that particular sequence? Well, we need to understand the parts of the formula. T1 is the first term. N is the unknown term, or the term that you want, to find. In our case, we're going to find the 100th term. And D is what's called the common difference. Or the number that's added or subtracted to get to the next term. That's why it's called common difference. So it includes both adding or subtracting, but you're using arithmetic to get from one term to the other. So if I use this information to write a formula, do I know T1? It's 3. Do I know what term I want? Yeah, I want term 100, right? Do I know what the common difference is? D equals 4. So, T100, in this case, would equal T1, 3, plus 100 minus 1 times D, which would be 4. 3 plus 99 times 4. And if you figure that out, you get 399. Now, the interesting thing is, I can write it that way to find a specific answer. Sometimes I want you to write the equation that you use to get that. So, in this particular problem, if I wanted the equation and the answer, the equation would be T sub n equals 3 plus 100 minus n times 4. It would be 3 plus 400 minus 4n. It would be 403 minus 4n. That's the equation for finding the nth term of that particular sequence. So now that I have the equation, I could find any term real quickly. If I wanted the 500th term, all I have to do is plug in 500 for the n and find it. If I want the 20th term, I plug in 20 for the n. 4 times 20 is 80. 403 take away 80. So being able to write the formula for the nth term is also an important skill. Pay attention to the questions asked. Oftentimes I'll ask you just for one term. Sometimes I'm going to ask you for the equation and the 100th term. So you should get used to doing both on this assignment, and good luck.